If you're streaming on Twitch and your chat is dead, chaotic, or one troll away from ruining your night, this video is for you. Today, I'm showing you how I set up StreamElements so my chat stays safe, it stays active, and it actually feels fun to be in. And because it's 2026 and we have AI, I'm going to show you how to turn your chatbot into a slightly unhinged but lovable member of your stream instead of a beige wall of text. Okay. First things first, we've got to go to StreamElements.com and log in with our Twitch. Now, once you're logged on, you're going to head over to your Twitch chat and type /mod StreamElements. Yes, you are officially giving the bot power, but no, it is not going to overthrow you, at least not for a couple of years. Go back to your StreamElements dashboard and congrats, your bot is alive. Feed it, care for it, name it. Now, before we do anything fun, we have to lock the doors. So click on ChatBot. Then head down to spam filters. This is the part where people skip and then they wonder why their chat turned into the Wild West. So you've got caps protection, you've got link protection, emote protection, paragraph protection, so many protections. These exist so that you don't have to play bouncer while you're trying to stream. If you click on any of them, let's say caps protection, through the drop-down menu, you're going to see some general settings. The penalty, the duration, and who to exclude. You can either time out a user, ban the user, delete the message, warn and delete. It gives you the duration and then who you don't want this to affect. So what I always say is start loose. We don't want it to feel like a library in here. Honestly, I don't have any of these on, but I have some really good mods. Just don't let them know that I said that. But for the sake of this, let's say we warn and delete, and we're going to exclude our regulars. You can also enable the bot to say, hey, take it easy. Let's not do that. Now, each of these has different filters and parameters. Always start loose. If your bot is slapping people for saying hello, it's just really not that fun. I think that link protection matters the most, so people don't come in and say, oh, we've got cheap viewers for sale. Just remember, you want to protect your space without killing the energy. Now let's go back to chat commands. You've got two categories. You've got default commands and you've got custom commands. So on the default commands, just don't go too crazy. There's only a couple that I have set up, which is !commands, and that just shows people what the commands are of the channel that they can use. Followage just shows people how long they've been following. !K is for Capagen, and I have my quotes set up. When you click on the command, you're going to see it has the name, how much the command costs, that's in channel points if you want to enable that, and the user level. So you can set all of your commands to everyone, subscriber, regulars, VIPs, moderators, super moderators, and just the broadcasters. This is what you should take a real close look at. It's your cooldown settings. You've got your user cooldown and your global setting. So I usually only have this set to 1 minute and between 1 and 5 minutes on the global cooldown. And then down here is where you can either have the bot enabled online, offline, or both. Actually, for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to do both. Click save. Now, when I go back into my Twitch chat, I type !commands and up pops the message. You can find a list of all the commands here. All right, now, before we go on to the super fun custom commands, let's go to timers. Timers are really powerful, slightly dangerous, so don't mess it up. I'm kidding. There's nothing dangerous. We're streaming. So timers are the messages that the bot is going to post automatically. So we're going to head to timers. We're going to click add new timer. We're going to give our timer a name. Let's make this one called follow. Then for the response message, write something like, if you like what you hear, make sure to follow. Make sure to smash that I can't type follow button. It's free and helps a lot. On to the right, it says online interval, offline interval. So this is how often this is going to show up. We don't want it to be spamming our chat. So when we're online, we're going to set it to between 20 and 30 minutes, somewhere around there. I have a lot of mine set after about 20 minutes. Now listen to me carefully because this part is the most important, the chat lines. Set a minimum chat requirement, maybe 5 lines. If you don't, it just becomes the bot talking to itself. And that's sad. And we don't do sad around here. Now for the fun things. We're gonna go back up here to chat commands and we're gonna click on custom commands. On the top right-hand side, click Add New Command. StreamElements gives you templates, use them. This is not the time to prove you're a coding wizard. We're gonna make one for shoutouts because we all wanna spread the love and hype up our friends. And when somebody raids you, you want to be able to shout them out and show them love and pretend like you know what you're doing, even if 5 minutes ago you didn't. So on this one, we do it from our template. We're gonna add the new command. We're gonna go to New Command from Template. We're going to choose Shoutout. Now, it's already given us a response type. All we need to do is name our command. So something easy is just SO for shout out. Now, anytime you type !SO in your chat and then at whoever you're shouting out, it's going to give this response. Head back to our chat and we are going to !shout out at my ex-boyfriend, Dan Clancy, CEO of Twitch. There we go. Check out DJ Clancy. They're streaming DJs. They are Bush Fam certified. Love you, Dan. All right, now let's talk about engagement commands. Ooh, I love this shit. So again, we're heading over to custom commands, add new command, and then new command from template, and there's one called love. Now what it does is it gives you a random percentage, and I use this as a way to get my chat to try to outdo each other. So mine is called brat, not brat. We're not talking about glizzies. I'm just going to change some of the response type, but leaving in the random percentage numbers. And so here's how I've changed mine. There's a random percentage chance that the user is being a brat. So now anytime somebody in my chat types !brat, there's a 142% chance that Lavonda Rocks is being a brat. And so what this does, people will come in and they will try to outdo each other to see who gets the top brat spot. I like that, the top brat spot. Now you can also make commands from scratch, obviously. So we are going to head back to custom commands and click add new command. Let's name this one socials. Now it's going to say, here are my socials. What? I can't always be creative. Activate the command and you're done. What's important to remember is that if you can type a sentence, you can make commands. Now, what if you want to leverage the power of AI to increase engagement and fun for your viewers? We can use AI to give the chat interesting facts about a topic. We can use it to role play and spice up our responses. And we can use it with a whole bunch of other variables. Go back to our StreamElements. Let's create a new command. We're going to name this one AI Facts. Now, for the response, we're going to type this. I'm just copying and pasting because I'm not going to spend all this time typing. $, you are a sassy teacher. Greet the user and tell them about your latest adventure teaching physics ed. Maybe we try phys ed. I don't know what physics ed is. Let's do phys ed though. Shout out to all my PE teachers. We're going to activate the command. Now we go back over here and let's do command AI Facts. Hey Lavonda, just finished a phys ed class where I tried to teach dodgeball but ended up dodging more than the students. Oh gosh, these kids are quick. I play Dodge Rock with my students. And just so you know, the AI variable comes with default context that it's always aware of. So channel emotes. The AI knows about the custom emotes available in your channel. It can reference and use these emotes in its response when appropriate. It knows the sender's name. The AI is aware of the name of the user who has triggered the command. This allows for a personalized response without explicitly including the username and the current date. The AI knows the current date, allowing it to provide timely response or reference current events when relevant. Fantastic. With this setup, your chat runs without you micromanaging it. Trolls get handled fast, and viewers actually have reasons to type in your chat instead of lurking forever. But shout out to the lurkers. If you want to level this up even more, I'm going to add a video up here when I make it about adding StreamElements alerts and overlays when it's done. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're not already. And in the meantime, watch whatever video YouTube thinks is best for you.